Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. We learned this morning that teachers have mistakenly played the wrong videos for kids in school.
You got to be careful with YouTube. Skip ad.
Yeah,
skip ad.
Oh, what's that noise? Nothing. We also learned that you have a lot of stuff in your house that's worth a lot of money. You hope.
We had the Queen Lord of the Rings nerd Pez dispenser.
That's right. And then we Googled it afterward, and it's not great news. That and much more.
Hold on a moment.
Right now on the Morning Mix podcast. If you want to look smarter, according to research, the first thing you need to do is put down your beer. The University of Pennsylvania and Nikki's friends at University of Michigan, go Wolverines, have said, hey, put your beer down, because holding a beer, according to their research, just simply holding it makes you look dumb. So what do you do to look smart? 630, I wear fake glasses. Yeah, glasses are like the first. In every 90s sitcom, you would put glasses on the person who was supposed to be smart.
And now, you know, a million people do that. You'll be like, I didn't know you wore glasses. And I don't.
These are for the blue light on my computer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
219, I put on a tie. I get that. There is something that where, what would be the term? Well-dressed and or some sense of a casual plus or formal wear make you appear smart for some reason. I don't know what that is. 773, I hold and read books on the train. Like they're just holding it. Yeah, I got it. 815, throw on a top hat. Yeah, that makes you look really smart.
Top hat and a beer.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anytime I'm like in line at the Belmont Red Line and I see a guy in a top hat, I'm like, let's go talk to that guy. Right. He looks brilliant.
Right. What institution did he escape from? Was that top hat?
Taylor, I listen to the Morning Mix. I appreciate your confidence. That's nice. 815, if I want to look smart, I don't say a word and I nod a lot. Yeah, that's a good way. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. 708, throw on a sport coat with my jeans. Yeah, I get the Alex P. Keaton going. You know, you throw on the sport coat on your way out. 708, I like to throw in fancy words like hence and whilst. You know, whilst we were at the bar the other night, our friends went home, hence they're pregnant. Pretty crazy. What? 815, I'll just pour my beer into a cocktail glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
630, you want to look smart? I got one word for you. Monocle.
I love how we've hit both things Mr. Peanut has. We have a top hat and a monocle, so
Exactly.
we're good.
And finally, if I want to look smart at the bar, you know what I do? I stand next to the guy holding the beer. There you go. That's the easiest way to look smart at the bar.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
You're in school. Things are going really well. We're having a great day. Hey, guys, you get to vote on a movie we're going to watch. Hey! Yay! Yahoo! We pick Winnie the Pooh. All right, guys, cool. Live action Winnie the Pooh. Blood and honey. What? That happened to a teacher in Miami. Really, it happened to the students. The students voted on the movie. They didn't know. The teacher apparently didn't know. Put the movie on. And was like, nah, this is what you guys picked. You're watching it. And then like 25 minutes in, some horrible horror movie scene happens. Somebody gets like body parts cut off.
Yeah.
The kids are terrified, mortified, scarred. Finally, another teacher steps in and stops this movie. But have you, as a teacher, made a mistake? You played the wrong thing in class, or you were in the class? Hi, Jennifer. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
You're a teacher.
So I am.
Okay, what grade level do you teach?
Middle school, 7th and 8th.
Okay, great. And what happened?
And I was playing a YouTube video, which was totally innocent. And in the middle of the YouTube video, an ad came up for some adult toys. And I couldn't stop it. Like, I could not make it to the computer fast enough to stop it. And there it went.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Never mind. Hang on. Let me write this down real quick. Hang on. All right, cancel. Now, do you think any of the kids had any sense of what they were seeing in the moment that it came on?
Yeah. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. I mean, middle school is so weird. You know, it's like some know everything and some know nothing. Gotcha.
That's uncomfortable. Was that reported by anybody? Was there any follow-up, or were you able to just turn it off and move on?
No, I totally was just like, I don't know what that is. Oh, my God. And I just, like, kept going and was super obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
And I think some of them were like, what the heck just happened?
What was that? Yeah.
Right.
No, nothing ever came of it.
Now you know where that skip ad button is,
100%.
though. Now you know. Now you're aware.
Right?
Yeah. You stand by the computer the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best policy.
It did create a lot of buzz in the classroom, though, which was nice. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. But poor Jennifer accidentally has an adult toy ad run. Hey, my mom has that. What? Kids
neck
notice
massager.
it. Yeah, what can you do? Don't worry about that. It's fine. That lady was having a good time. Hey, Christy, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Doing all right. Are you a teacher, Christy?
I am.
Okay, what do you teach?
Middle school.
Middle school. Okay, great. This seems to be a trend. Middle schools where this is happening. What happened, Christy? What thing was shown that wasn't supposed to be?
It was one of my first years teaching, and I showed 16 Candles in the 2000s, early 2000s.
Okay.
And it was PG in the 80s.
Yeah.
But it is not PG because that opening scene with Caroline in the shower was not appropriate.
Oh, no. Now,
Yeah.
had you just totally forgotten that was how the movie started?
Yes.
And why did you decide originally to show 16 Candles at all?
I don't remember. It was a long, long time ago. I probably was not feeling well.
Okay, so you're like, you know what? I have this DVD in my bag.
Well,
I'll just
and-
put it on.
Wait, before you have to deal with kids, you don't remember those scenes.
No, of
so in your
course.
mind, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No.
you're like,
movie.
oh my God, it's Jake. It's great. It's PG. This is fantastic. And then you put it on, you're like, oh man, I forgot a lot of this movie.
Yeah.
So
And
did you?
it does not hold up anymore, that movie.
No,
it
exactly. So
doesn't.
many don't.
Ugh. So you shut it off?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they had already seen
I
that
mean,
part.
that was the worst scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Did any kids go home to mom and dad and say anything? Like, did you have any follow-up from this happening?
Luckily, no.
Wow. All right, 16 Candles.
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
Bono, lead singer of this band U2, revealed that in his younger days he felt a little shy about the fact that he loved ABBA, so he would hide the albums from his friends and family. He didn't want his buddies to know that at home he was just Dancing Queen, Taking a Chance, all these fun ABBA songs. He didn't want them to know. And I told you, I understand. I was there. I remember back in high school days and then early college being like, yeah, I'm in the car and I'm on the way to hang. I'm like, all right. That's going to be a good night. Hey! Advance from the mailroom. How to. All the memorandums that you're doing. Style. Just me on the way to meet you out at Duffy's. See you there for quarter beer night. And I didn't, and then they'd get in the car and they'd be like, oh, man, you guys like AC/DC? Yeah, me too. What? What are you talking about? Put on some Creed. Okay. But people hide things. Then eventually, you gain more confidence, hopefully, and you move on from having to hide it. Hey, Mo, good morning.
How's it going? Good morning.
Not bad, Mo. What are you hiding from your friends?
All right, so, in college, everybody's watching, Baywatch, but, at night, I would be like, hey, man, I put on the Golden Girls.
Yes!
Hilarious.
Hey, man. Yeah, now you didn't want them to know? Like, you would kind of keep it to yourself?
I mean, I'd have it on, and they're like, dude, what are you watching? And I'm like, dude, you gotta watch the show. They get the best roast. And they're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
They're just in there roasting.
Yeah.
You a B? We know what B said the other day. You're not going to believe it.
You were ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Dorothy's got sick burns.
She really does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't mean sideburns either.
No. Mo's still using them today. He's
Yeah.
just firing them off.
Exactly.
Hey, Shannon. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing all right. Now, Shannon, you used to hide something from your friends. What was it?
I used to sing out to Weird Al songs whenever I was in the car.
A lot of Weird Al. Okay, so you liked Weird Al, but you decided you didn't want your friends to know that you were jamming to Weird Al when you were out and about?
Yeah.
Now, when did your love of Weird Al begin? What phase of Weird Al are we talking about?
I think I was 13 or 14,
Okay.
and it was my uncle that got me started, actually.
Your uncle was like, hey, have you heard?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
weird.
know. He would always play it whenever I would visit them.
That's hilarious. Your uncle's just like, check this out. And Shannon would just be jamming out. What's wrong with Weird Al? I like Weird Al.
Nothing.
Shannon, do you
I
still
know
listen to
his
Weird Al?
lyrics I know his lyrics better than most of the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That actual song comes on. You're like, what was Coolio saying? I have no idea. So, Shannon, are you still listening to Weird Al to this day?
Yeah.
And do you still try to keep it away from people, or do you let them in on the fun now?
No, it's actually funny because my fiance, I don't even know when it got brought up, but I was like, have you ever heard of him? And he was like, oh my God, yeah, I used to listen to him all the time.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix podcast.
Our house is haunted. It happens. They say 1 in 6 people in America believe their home is currently haunted. Are you that person? Hello, Erica.
Hello. Hello.
Hello from the beyond. No. So, Erica, you guys believe that you have a ghost. May I ask, what town do you live in?
So I'm in Highland.
Okay, Highland, Indiana. Spooky places. You guys have a spirit, a specter that lives in the house. Where and what is going on?
So, my husband and I, we bought our house, before our daughter was born. It was a big 4-bedroom house with a woman that lived here before us. She didn't die in the house, but she lived in this house her whole life, raised like 6 kids in this house. And we set aside this one room, one day for when we had kids, so we never went in there, never had any issues. But when our daughter was born, she refused to sleep in there. She's almost 10 years old now, still will not sleep in there at night. And occasionally, she'll climb into bed with us, and, I'll run out of room, so I'll try to go in her room and sleep, and I'll go, nope, can't do it. There is just something in there that stares at you all night long that you cannot see.
So there's just a feeling that you guys are innately having when you're in that room.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we tried the smudging. My sister passed away a couple years ago, and I started trying to tell my daughter, it's just your auntie, watching over you. Everything's good. But when I go in that room, it's like, nope, there's something in here. There's something watching me, and I need to get out of here now.
That's weird.
So what's in there right now? Like, that's not anyone's actual room, right?
It's still her room. It's still set up. She's got a bed in there.
Oh, so she is still in there. That's what I was wondering. If you ended up moving her, you're like, no, you're going to figure it out.
But she won't sleep in there.
So you got a brand new untouched bed. It's 10 years old. No mileage on it.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
much, yeah.
Okay, so there's just a feeling in that room.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Creepy.
It is creepy. Hey, Janet, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing really well. Where do you live? What town are you in, Janet?
Huntley.
Ooh, the Del Webb. Ah! Okay.
Well, we've been here 32 years before even Del Webb was here. It was a little farming town when we moved here.
You're the OG Huntleys.
Yeah, watch out. What is is your house haunted? Why is your house haunted? What's so spooky about it?
Things get moved around all the time. Lights go on and off. When we first moved here and started doing renovations on the house, it was very active. I've had a medium person come in and say, oh, but it's a friendly person, a presence here. And it's not scary at all. Things get moved around. When my daughter was very small, she has her own kid now, I used to put her shoes on her dresser and put her in her crib. Well, I'd come back up there to get her out of her crib, and the shoes would be across the room, or a lot of things get moved around, and lights on and off a lot. That's
Weird.
Like the main things that happen. And sometimes we can hear somebody whistling or singing upstairs in our attic.
Oh,
So,
no.
Yeah. It's not scary at all.
Is it good music, though?
Cool.
It's good songs?
You can't really tell a tune, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know what
Dang.
era it's from. But
Yeah.
we just tell them. I just tell whoever, leave the light off. It's mostly downstairs in the basement. I have my laundry room down there, and I'm like, just leave the light off. I don't need a high electric bill.
Opposite of Motel 6.
Yeah, it's like you got to remind the husband, the kids, and
Right,
now the
and now the
ghost.
ghost.
Would you turn the lights off?
Yeah,
A
really.
lot of people to take care
Turn
of.
the lights off, dang it. And I've had other people, our neighbors and stuff, come in here, and we have pocket doors, and they open and close, and just
Jeez.
like things like that.
So what did the medium do?
So-
Did the medium just walk around and say, like, yeah, I feel something in here. It'll be
Yeah.
$800.
No, it didn't. It was a friend of ours, but
Oh, okay.
she just came in and put her hands like on the wall and stood there and smiled and said, "Oh no, this is just a friendly presence. It's
Weird.
not anything to be." And so we've been here 32 years now.
You're
Wow.
living there together. It's
They
like
are-
a big happy
yeah,
family.
It's fine. They're not paying rent,
Jasper,
though.
the friendly
It's
ghost.
fine, yeah. Well, you had the medium. I feel like maybe you need to upgrade and get the large. I don't know. Thank you. Hi, Denise. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Oh, the ghost is with you. I can hear it. Denise, what town do you live in?
So this was in LaGrange Park. It's not the house I currently live in. It's the house I lived in formerly.
Okay.
And we would, before we had kids and stuff, we would randomly see lights, go on and off. Sometimes the TV would turn on. In fact, I was videotaping one time, just walking, taking a little tour of our house, and I made a comment about, oh, and this is sometimes where we see the ghost flip a light on, and the night light, turned on.
No.
Nope.
Which was weird.
Nope.
And then a few years later, we had kids, and our daughter was not even 3 yet. She was probably 2.5. And she's like, Mom, I don't like the girl in my room.
Okay.
Oh, doggy.
And I was like, yeah, that really creeped me out.
Yeah. You're like, don't follow her anywhere.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Oh, my God.
Yuck.
Hi, Jane. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you. How are you?
We're doing all right. Where do you live?
Payless Heights.
Payless Heights. We got spooky stuff everywhere. Jane, what happened in the house? You're haunted. Why?
So my teenage son was out. We thought he had come home because we heard the dorm door and the door leading into our garage slam and lock and walk to his bedroom. And we just thought, okay, he's going to be rude and not come down and talk to us. Our dog ears perked up. I went upstairs to go see him, came down, and I was like, he's not in his room. I guess former visitors, householders are back to visit us. And my husband and daughter freaked out. And what do you mean came to visit us? My daughter ran upstairs and packed her bag and said, I'm going to Grandma's for the night. I'm out.
And did she
I think
leave?
it was like, she did. She went and stayed at my in-laws.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too
That's
much.
right. Exactly.
Oh, it's
Sounds
too
about right.
real, guys.
Yeah,
it's
it
too
is.
real.
Too scary.
You're listening to the Morning Mix Podcast.
What do you have that's worth a lot of money? Hi, Amy. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is your husband. What's he been holding on to? And he's like, no, babe, this is it. This is the retirement fund.
He has pretty much every gaming console ever made, but he has the original Nintendo. He has the complete collection, all for one game, but that game is stupid ridiculous to find and super expensive already. So.
Wow. What's the game you can't find?
It's like an Olympic game.
Okay.
Like you play different Olympic sports. It's super boring. No one would want it.
Got it, but it's hard to
they
find.
only-
Right.
They only made a couple, like 100 of them, so.
So he has the original Nintendo, and he also has every original Nintendo game that they ever released?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have another house? Where is he storing all this stuff?
As well as the Japanese Famicom system and all their games.
Wow.
You can't forget those.
No.
So is this all like in your basement? Is it in a storage unit somewhere? Is it Fort Knox?
he has the entire basement of our house.
Wow. And you have flood insurance?
No, I don't think so.
All right, be careful. All right, so Amy's husband has the original Nintendo everything.
Yep.
That's
Okay,
that
yeah.
alone that's an investment. Hey, Chris. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good, man. What do you have that's going to be worth a lot of money one day?
It will be worth a lot of money. It's a whole bunch of classic cameras.
Classic
Some
cameras.
of them
Okay.
dating- yeah, like the film cameras. Some of
Okay.
them dating back to 1880.
Oh,
Whoa.
Original Kodak camera from 1888 or 1889, actually. There were only a few of those. I had to get one of them on eBay, and there it is. It sits there in the basement on display, and hopefully one day it'll be worth, retirement fund. We'll see.
Interesting. Now, are you a photographer or videographer, something like that?
I'm into photography, and I shoot film. I have 150 of these cameras.
Oh, my
all
gosh.
Classic
Wow.
cameras. Some of them original German cameras from 1930s. Some Soviet cameras, American cameras, all kinds of different cameras.
I hope it's not rude and you can decline, but that one you were talking about from the 1800s you bought on eBay, what that set you
Yeah.
back?
Well, back then it was $200.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're thinking it's going to be worth more.
Well, like for example, original Kodak camera from 1888, Kodak #1 that was ever produced, sold on eBay for $4,000.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
We'll see. A few years, a lot of them young people, they're really into film. Hopefully these cameras will be worth something.
That's wild. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's got vintage camera.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sue. Good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you?
We're doing really well. You got something in the house you think's worth a lot of money. What is it?
Oh, yeah. Fisher-Price toys from the 70s. Those House, The Barn, The Village, Sesame Street. My kids played with them when I had kids. Oh, they're now in college. But I'm holding on to them. They're in a dust-proof case. One sold on eBay for like $70.
Whoa.
I looked it up a couple years ago. So, I mean, that's pretty good considering, but the barn, the house.
Yeah, the
yeah.
barn is like legendary.
That's great, yeah.
The hospital, the castle. I've got it all.
You
And
know,
I've got
Sue,
all the furniture with it.
Yeah.
And, maybe I might go down and play with them later tonight. What do you
yeah,
think?
why not? Sue, I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so if you want me to hang on to those for you, they'll get a little bit more wear and tear. It might make them worth less money. No?
Oh, they would love my basement. Bring them over. Bring them over.
Okay, great.
I'm a preschool teacher, so we'll play all night.
Good.
Free
man.
babysitting.
All right, wow.
Those are the tricks.
Did you guys just hear free babysitting?
Yeah.
That
But
was
she's like,
crazy.
get that out of your mouth, Fox.
Sorry.
No, do not touch that.
Like, oh,
Do
well.
not touch that.
Yeah, we're at Maggiano's. Bye. Hey, Tori, how are you this morning?
Well, good. How are you?
So good. I love what you have. What do you have that you think is going to be worth a lot of money?
I have a Lord of the Rings Pez collection.
Let's go. My precious. Now, how many Lord of the Rings Pez dispensers are we talking about?
So it came as like a gift set in the early 2000s, and I have it in the box. I've never touched it. It just sits on a shelf and looks pretty, and I'm too afraid to open it because I know someday someone's going to want that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever seen them being sold online before? Have you done any research to say, like, oh, people want these things?
I haven't, but I know there's quite a, people really like Pez to collect.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Lord of the Rings nerds out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
There
banking
are.
on them.
That's what they love
That's
to
true.
be called,
Yeah.
too. Lord of the Ring nerds.
Yeah.
They embrace that, yeah.
We're okay with it. We're okay with it. I'll tell you that right off the bat, Tori. Tori, are you a Lord of the Rings fan, or did you just get this on accident?
No, I would also consider myself a Lord of the Rings nerd.
Let's go.
So
Love it.
I
Let's
asked
go.
for it for Christmas.
Do you
and
speak
I got,
Elvish?
My mom hunted it down. No, not that bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
You're
it sounds
right.
like she's got a grip on reality, too, which is good.
That's great. Nikki, I see you Googling. Are you looking them up?
I am looking. So it looks like it's like they're true to size.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense? So some are little.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
like for
and
the
then some are
okay.
taller.
For the
Yeah,
hobbits? I like
yes,
that.
It's very. All right. So this looks like a pretty cool set. All right. Okay.
Tori, you
Interesting.
never wanted to take out the Orlando Bloom one and just play with it for just a minute?
No, I've contemplated it, but
Yeah, why not?
maybe later on.
Okay.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Time for your Mix Top 6 today. These are the top 6 phrases that have gone extinct due to modern technology.
Okay.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Best Buy, DVD, and Blu-ray section. They're going to make way for more gift cards there. What do they put there now? What are they going to do with that space? More room for activities, I guess.
More gigantic screen TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In at number 6 on the 6 phrases that went extinct due to modern technology. This is according to the Daily Mail. Number 6, floppy disk.
Oh, man.
Man, remember floppy
Those
disks?
are fun.
They had their moment, but boy, the hard disk really hurt them. In at number 5, dial-up internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that noise.
Oh, please. I remember as a kid, you'd be dialing up late at night, so you'd put a pillow over it so it wouldn't make the noise. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah, you'd be down there. You
You're
were
not
playing
supposed to be on the computer.
No, you were playing a Star Wars game late at night. You weren't doing anything nefarious. What are you talking about? It was late. All the lights were off. Star Wars. That's what it was. That's fine. That's how the characters breathe.
The lightsabers look coolest.
They're
there.
like the
Yeah,
best.
That's what it was.
Boy, there's really surprisingly big lightsabers. Kind of made you question your own. Weird. In at number 4, the top 6 phrases that have gone extinct due to modern technology. Page me.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's a page me.
Yes.
Yeah. It is actually very funny. I've been saying to the kids here and there, like, hey, hang on a second. And I realize, like, they don't, they're kids, they don't know hang on, but like, hang on and hold the line. Like, there's no landline, really. I mean, some have them to get a
True.
deal, but
Is
All
that
right.
where hang on comes from?
like, hang on the line. Like, yeah, you'd hang on, right?
I
think.
guess,
That's what I
yeah.
always thought.
I thought it was like the cat, like hanging on, like
Could be.
don't let go.
Top 6 phrases that have gone extinct due to modern technology. Number 3, I'll just call collect. It's
Yeah.
Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy. Remember that?
Yeah. I did get one from a jail, though, yesterday.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Everybody
No,
okay?
I swear to God, I did.
Stop the press.
No, it was a wrong number.
Oh,
it was
sure.
It was someone named Josh. I didn't know who it was.
Oh.
But it wasn't collect. It was a free because it announces the whole thing with the collect call. Remember, it would
Right,
be like,
like-
do you accept this call
Yeah.
from? And they would say that, like, Nikki, please don't come back. And you would say your
Yeah,
name
you'd be
really
like,
quick.
It's
they
Chris
would-
Redundant Request. See you soon.
So you would-
All right.
you would do it so they wouldn't
So
have
you
to
got a
make the
collect call from a prison?
Well, this one was a free. It said you have a free call.
Never
from-
mind the collect part. You got a call from a prison?
Yeah. I did yesterday.
An old lover, an old flame.
I hung
Guy
up.
in prison?
Hey,
I
Nikki,
guess
remember
it said
me?
you have a free call from blah, 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 incarceration. And then it was like someone, and they went, Josh. And I was like, I don't know.
The guy was just like, hey, go green. What?
How do you not take that call?
You had to. You
Just
didn't
to
take
find
it?
out what he's going to say.
I was in the car with my dad and son, and I was
All
like,
the
I
more
don't.
reason.
He was on speaker. I didn't know.
Nikki,
what
you
to
might not
do.
remember me, but we had one great night in Daytona.
What if that's what it is?
You're the only number I still have.
Trust me, I got real nervous. I
My
was like,
family
oh.
won't talk to me anymore. Can you please come help me out? I beg of you.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
just want to taste sunshine and light. I want to smell fresh air.
You're my one chance
I'm
at
sorry.
freedom.
I'm
And
so
you
you
saw
imagine?
Josh behind
Josh,
you.
I'm sorry, man.
you
My
imagine?
dad was right next to me. I didn't know what was going on.
The officer's like, well, she didn't answer. I guess you're back to the slammer for 15 more years, Josh.
You had your chance, Josh.
See you later, Josh. Wow.
Sorry. Didn't mean to take us on that
He
journey.
probably
still two to
listens to
go,
you on the
believe it or
radio
not.
every single day.
Oh, my God.
You have a prison stalker? What if that's true?
Yeah.
Josh, if you're listening in prison,
Yeah.
when you get, I don't know
Thank
if
you,
you
first
get
of all.
like after your yard time or however they regiment that day,
Yeah.
please give her another call.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I would have taken it if my kid and dad weren't in the car.
He just
we
wanted
would've
to sing
chatted.
to you.
I
He's
just
like,
got real
"Take
nervous.
These broken wings and learn to fly again. Learn to let them free. Oh my God, he loves you. He misses you.
God, I gotta know.
We got to call back. Can we call back?
No,
you
I
can't
don't
star
think so.
69
No,
that?
you
Josh,
can't-
call-
That's
call-
another one.
That's
Well
gotta
done.
be, right?
Well done.
And at number 2 on the top 6 phrases that have gone extinct thanks to modern technology, hey, just check the answering machine.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we were out all day. I better check the answering machine. And in at number 1, it's a fun one, and it's a movie starring Jack Black and Mos Def. Top 6 phrases that have gone extinct due to modern technology. Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions go to give me $1 a regular.
Yes.
It's on there. It's no joke. Number 8 was developing photos. Yeah, we're developing the photos.
Yep.
Number 9 is infrared transfer. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, man, I remember those days. No one would stop talking
Right?
about the infrared transfer.
And I got a bit of a gripe with number 10. Roll down the window. I mean, even though you're hitting a button, you still say that.
Yeah, but they
right?
mean the crank roll.
Yeah, like
which
crank it
some
down.
cars still have. Every
Yeah,
once in a
Soulja
while.
Boy cranks
Yeah,
that.
Josh's car.
Yeah, Josh.
He wants you to pick it up.
I know you remember me.
He wants you to go burn that car, actually.
He's really
I wish I could have helped you, man.
Oh,
poor
my
guy.
God.
Wonder what he did.
Oh, Josh.
We'll never know. We'll never know because you didn't answer the phone.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check. This is Nikki's sound check on the morning mix.
You went to Chick-fil-A. Violetta went to Las Vegas. Two different experiences.
Well, same thing. Same thing for some.
So you got to go see U2 at the Sphere
I
in
did.
their residency. And maybe you have another reason to go back. I don't know. It's up to you. Christina Aguilera.
Oh, my God.
Oh, sounds like a yes. So, yes, she
Yeah.
is doing another residency announced. It's pretty much what everyone's doing now.
Wait, at the
because,
Sphere?
no, this
Oh.
one is going to be, this one is going to be at the Venetian.
Okay, in that
place-
case, let me think about it.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
You need to be in, I have Christina all around you to
You
go.
can watch anything at the Sphere and enjoy it.
I don't know. During the dirty era, though,
Yeah. Could be
a lot
interesting.
of sweat in here.
So yeah, this is a much smaller theater. It's going to be, they're calling it a cozy venue. It's about 1,000 people. It's going to be at the Venetian. Kicks off December 30th and 31st. So that's the first dates. But then it kind of has periodic dates through January and February. So if you're interested in that, of course, Ticketmaster has the deal. The tickets. I don't know if it's a deal.
There's no deal.
There's
There
really
are
no
deals
deal when
anymore.
it comes to Vegas.
Nope.
And then over the weekend, so we talked about the Saturday Night Live return. I thought it was great. And a lot of surprises, including Travis Kelce when he showed up in that opening skit. And you're kind of like, well, not an opening, but one of the opening skits. And you're like, wait a minute. I thought him and Taylor were supposed to be on this romantic date all weekend, or they were hanging out. So where is she? And then all of a sudden, here she is. She just pops right up. So that huge crowd, they are excited for Ice Spice, but that's everybody really realizing, oh my God, that's Taylor Swift.
It happened so quickly.
There was no warning of it. She just literally, they cut to her from commercial, and you're like, and even we had to, I rewound it and I paused it a couple times. I was like, was that really just Taylor Swift? So
I have it on good authority, by the way, that she requested no cue cards. That's a performer.
So, yeah. So, they, of course, they did a song together. They've collaborated, so they are buddies. And then the rumor was that, she was hanging out with Ice Spice at the after party. They were all hanging out. That's when her and Travis were supposedly making out. Yeah, until 4 in the morning.
Yeah, getting pretty handsy.
So, yeah, we thought let's play the Ice Spice song that she introduced. So, it's a brand new song, and it's got Rima. There we go.
Oh, Rima. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we had a thing on the air one that we play here that he's on the Mixed New Music Club, Rima, with Selena Gomez, with their song Calm Down.
Yes.
Right? So that was our song of summer here. But he says, hey, it's Rema.
Yeah.
And now I was like, for the last 8 months, have I been saying Rima and it's Rema?
It's one of those weird things. Like, remember, Hosier, right?
Yeah.
So we interviewed Hosier. My first question to him, I was like, dude, are you Hosier, Hosier, Hosgi? He's like, whatever you want to call me. And I was like, well,
just keep playing my music.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
All right.
But this is the new one. He actually showed up during Saturday Night Live and performed this with her. Wow. So this is Ice Spice, and this is Pretty Girl.
The Morning Mix Flash Briefing with Violetta.
So, retired Australian couple booked 51 back-to-back cruises because it is cheaper than living in a retirement home.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So Marty and Jess have already been aboard the Coral Princess for 450 days and are going to be until August of 2024.
That's crazy. Now, I wonder if they're in the same room or if every week they have to pack and move down the hall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does the crews understand? It's like, that's Marty and her. Let's leave them alone. All
so
right.
they've already spent more time on there than different cruise directors, different crew members, and who drives the boat?
Captain?
Yeah, captain.
I
am the captain now. So they've been there for a long time. They say they start their day off with ping pong and a bunch of other activities near the pool.
That's fun.
Isn't
Good for
that
them.
It's a floating retirement home.
why
It's
not?
kind of brilliant.
You should write a book by the end of it.
For sure.
Yeah, why not?
Next up, there are some parents that are talking about a funny prank. It's called the pretend sleeping kid prank. So what they do is if you have a kid that you think is pretending to be sleeping, they're just like closing their eyes like, no, like you're telling them to do something and they don't want to and they're pretend sleeping. So what the parents do is they hold up the arm and they're like, okay, listen, so if she's really sleeping, her arm is going to stay up when I let it go. Well, that wouldn't really happen.
Right.
So the kids normally hear that and then leave their arm up so you can tell if it's really...
Yeah, we just did this with our daughter last week. Yeah. So we saw it on Instagram and my wife thought it was funny. So we got home from whatever errands we were running and our daughter was like definitely not asleep. She was doing a little joke. Like she thinks it's cute because she was actually laughing but acting like she was asleep. So Amy did that whole exact thing, held the arm up. She held the arm up. She started laughing. We had a great laugh. Good time.
Oh, cute. Yeah. She tried.
We forgot to film it. Shoot. We'd be viral. We'd be viral.
It didn't happen
then.
Dang.
And what is going viral right now is Sophie Turner has unfollowed her ex-sister-in-law, or almost ex-sister-in-law, Priyanka Chopra.
Oh, nuts.
I know.
Modern society is so weird.
Well, and so she's unfollowed her on Instagram, and it looks like it's mutual. Then Priyanka Chopra also unfollowed Sophie Turner. This is amid the divorce between Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. The weird part about the story is she's still following everyone else. She's still following the Jonas Brothers, the band. She's still following Nick, Joe, and Kevin, and Frankie, and the parents, and Danielle, who is Kevin's wife. So the only person she's decided to unfollow is Priyanka Chopra, so it seems like beef and drama just between those two sister-in-laws.
It would be hard to bat 1,000 and say that of the six people, the three couples, that they all got along.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you got brothers and they've got wives, it's hard pressed to believe in real life of anybody, take away fame and all that, that all six of them would perfectly get along. Maybe those two never really got along anyway.
Well, no, they used to be very close at a certain time. So they both stood up in each other's weddings. And Danielle didn't. So the other sister-in-law was kind of always left out.
Where this is picked up, and I'm not even kidding you guys. Remember MySpace? You would have like your top friends.
Yes.
I had a friend that would take me out of the top friends when she was mad at me. And that's how I would find out that she was upset with me. I'd be like, oh man, I'm out of top friends. What did I do? It's like the whole new version of that. Like to leave everybody else and just take her out. It's good to know the petty's real.
Yeah, that's from real pettiness.
And if you want to go a step further on the petty, I've heard, if you have to request to be someone's friend and you want to just remind them each day that you don't follow them, you just keep requesting them so they get the request.
Yeah, you have a friend who's done this?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, somebody in your life might have done that.
Yeah.
That's petty.
Mm-hmm. What
That's
are you
very
going to
petty.
do? What do you got to take sides. That's what it is. That's your flash briefing.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.